like to call to order the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners regular meeting for March 27, 2019. Roll call.
President Zipfel.
Here.
Vice President
Here.
Hughes. Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
So if you haven't noticed, we have quite a few people in the room, which is fantastic, for a couple of great recognitions. We start, of course, every meeting with our Pledge of Allegiance. I would like to ask the Civil Service Committee members who are here, Chairman Dan Reevy, Joe McGurman, and Jack Hoy, if you would, everyone will obviously stand, but if you would lead us in the pledge this evening.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with what the Civil Service Commission does, it assists its residents who assist us in the determination of the hiring of police officers. So without them, we would not be here tonight celebrating what we are celebrating. So a couple of housekeeping items before we get to the fun stuff. Is there a motion for approval of tonight's agenda? Motion by Commissioner Andrus, second by Commissioner Thomas. All in favor of approving the agenda that's before you, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. We can move forward. Consent items. Is there a motion to move the consent items in the agenda into the record?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Rogers, second by Commissioner Thomas. Those items to be moved into the record include the Board of Commissioners regular meeting for February 27, the Board of Commissioners workshop meeting for March 13, the Treasurer's report for the month of February, and the bills payable, paid bills in the amount of $100,106.80, and unpaid bills in the amount of $1,363,592.12. With that, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving those into the record, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing those are moved into the record. Okay, citizens' comments. Folks, is there any citizens' comments on agenda items? If so, please go over to the podium. All right, I think everyone's looking to get to the celebratory items. First on our list, though, is local business community feedback from Joe Roberto, Vice President of Univest Bank and Univest and Trust. Joe, are you here? Oh, Joe. If you don't mind, Joe, only because not only can everyone hear you a little bit better, but also these are taped, so people who watch it later can listen.
Good evening, folks. My name is Joe Roberto, and I want to first give a big thank you to Township Manager Aaron Bybro, as well as to all the commissioners for the opportunity to speak. I wanted to share some comments and some feedback to Hatfield Township regarding the police department. It's to get me out of the house after I finally got cozy and to come back out, it's a pleasure, I can tell you that much. As a branch manager for the Hatfield area branch of Univest Bank and Trust, I'm also a vice president for them. We have 38 locations, and the Hatfield Township branch is actually the largest. We actually do the most volume. We hold the most deposit dollars. And a couple years ago, Univest had asked me to kind of go over there and take care of some situations, if you will. Because we're the number one in the highest volume, statistically, that just kind of brings in a little bit more or higher incidence of issues. And let's say drama, which is pretty common in society nowadays. But I have to honestly tell you that even though we've had our share of some unruly folks, and a few, but still enough to have us have to reach out to Hatfield Township, some incidents, some accidents, some scares, some threats, each and every time the police department has shown up professionally, promptly, and with just a can-do attitude. We sometimes sit there and we're kind of embarrassed, like, hate to bother you guys, and they never, ever, ever make me or my staff or anyone in our risk management department or whatever feel as though it's beneath them, it's too little, it's too small. And I will tell you that we as a community should be very proud of this department, because this department, many of us, we kind of hear about scams and fraud and all those sorts of things. No matter whatever it is, if we've had them contact somebody who has kind of been out of line, we've never had to deal with them again. And I will tell you that if, in fact, we have any type of evidence or anything, they proceed to try to do whatever they can. I don't know about you, but I appreciate that. I sometimes feel as though there's lots of times where it's like, how come justice isn't done? How come nobody wants to put any time? Yeah, it's a small thing, but they follow it. And we've had some great success partnering with Hatfield Township. I can tell you that we are proud at Univest to operate in Hatfield Township. And we are proud, and you guys have to remember that you have 15, 17,000 people living in Hatfield Township. But you got a whole lot of people that travel through it. You have a whole lot of people that come and are employed, for instance, at our branch, as well as lots of other locations. And it's very reassuring in this time and age where there's just, people are more angry and they're more upset and more things are coming up. I cannot thank the police department on behalf of everyone at Univest Bank enough. I think you folks are outstanding. I think you guys should be proud. I congratulate and applaud you folks in the back that are going to take your oath, and those of you getting promoted, you are going to a real fine organization, I can tell you that much. So a big round of applause to the police department, to Chief. You guys really do, and women, do a very, very good job. And that's, like I said, on behalf of the entire organization, from upper management and risk management, as well as on behalf of our branch. Thank you. On another quick note, again, you guys at Hatfield Township, you get it right. I don't know if Public Works is here. I know that certainly the police department's here, for goodness sakes. But the Public Works Department, I got to tell you, is the best of anyone locally, as well as the state. We have employees that come from Kutztown, we have them coming from Collegeville, Schwanksville, or whatever. And the Public Works Department, particularly in trying to get rid of ice and snow removal, they are by far the best. You can systematically guarantee yourself that they will brine the road salt well in advance of a storm, and they're ahead of the curve, whereas the other ones are like trying to salt. We had employees that left the Hatfield Township branch, got out of Hatfield, and then were stuck on several of the storms 6 to 8 hours later. And because everyone else is just kind of waking up and saying, oh, let's start to salt now that the roads are impassable. Again, you guys, we can't thank you enough. You guys are actually the gold standard as it relates to public works, and that's all my comments. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We really appreciate your coming out, and obviously your kind words, and the staff, the officers, public safety as a whole. Not only is it just a night to honor them this evening, but they do a fantastic job throughout the year. So with that, I'm going to hand the baton to Chief, and we're going to have the swearing in. Of course, the Honorable Magisterial Judge Andrea Duffy, who is a great friend of ours, is here to swear in the 2 new officers and the ceremonial promotions as well. So if everyone could join us over there. Yep.
Good evening to everybody. So tonight we have 2 new officers being added to our police department. That'd be Jonathan Woodward, who's the gentleman coming up. Come on, Jonathan. And Kaylee Plazinski, who's directly behind him. Tonight, Jonathan has his parents in attendance, Karen and Glenn, and his sister Stephanie. And Kaylee is joined tonight by her parents, Kim and Jay, and her sister Laura, and also Pop Pop. I don't know what Pop Pop's name is, Kaylee, but if you want to have them all come up, and the judge will swear you folks in. Aaron, you want us to use the remote mic so you can hear the judge?
Sure.
My honor to be here for all of these wonderful promotions and to welcome you, Officer Plazinski and Officer Woodward, to our area, and I wish you the very best. So please repeat after me for the oath. I, Jonathan Woodward,
I, Jonathan Woodward,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey
the ordinances of Hatfield Township and Hatfield Borough,
the ordinances
and perform the duties of police officer
and perform the duties
impartially and to the best of my ability.
impartially and
This is my moral obligation,
this is my moral,
my sworn duty,
my sworn duty,
and I pledge to never betray my badge,
and I pledge
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public trust.
or the public trust.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ready to begin. Let's repeat after me for the oath. I, Kaylee Plazinski,
I, Kaylee,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey
the ordinances of Hatfield Township
the ordinances
and Hatfield Borough,
and Hatfield Borough,
and perform the duties of police officer
and perform the duties
impartially and to the best of my ability.
impartially and to the best.
This is my moral obligation,
This is my moral obligation,
my sworn duty,
my sworn duty,
and I pledge to never betray my badge,
and I pledge to never portray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public trust.
or the public trust.
Congratulations. Okay.
If you folks want to stay up, we'll have a picture with you. So. He's going to give you your badges, and then we'll go over and get some pictures.
So there's kind of a rite of passage when you join Hatfield, and that is you have to suffer through one of my speeches about what it means to come here. And I think there's probably people in the back who are probably smiling because they've heard some version of this, but it's worth reiterating every time we do this. And it's been our honor every time that we've done this because every single time we've brought somebody new on, they've been fantastic officers. So really I'm speaking to you, but I'm also speaking to your parents and your family, grandpop and everyone. Tonight you become a part of our family. And so it's significant to us because, and Chief and I have discussed this many times, in this family we've had new people come, we've had people retire. We've had one person retire numerous times. We've had promotions. We've had people leave. We've had two officers pass. But throughout, the constant in this family is that while there's always change, the constant is we have a fantastic force. And as commissioners, it's easy. We sit up here and every couple of weeks we come up and we're able to applaud the fantastic job the chief and the entire force does. So it's easy for us to be a part of that. It's not as easy for you to be a part of that because every day you're the ones who are doing the wonderful things. And every day you're allowing your mom, your dad, your grandparents to come to us and do these wonderful things for our citizens. So tonight it's welcoming you to our family, saying thank you for your willingness to do it, and we know that there's great things to come. So congratulations. Okay, so we're going to come down for pictures.
Kelly and Jonathan, stay up here. Stay up here. And next, the next big event of the night, we're going to be promoting two of our officers to corporal. That would be Officer Ken Peck, soon to be Corporal Ken Peck, and Officer Sean Scanlon, soon to be Corporal Sean Scanlon. Come on up, fellas. Sean is joined tonight by Jill. Yeah, can't even speak. He is joined tonight by his wife Jill and his sons Bobby and Brendan. And Ken is joined tonight by his wife Nicole and his children Amber, Riley, and Braddock. So if you folks would all come up as well. Come on over here, Sean.
Please repeat the oath. I, Sean Scanlon,
I, Sean Scanlon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office, and that I will discharge the duties of my office
discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the ordinances of Hatfield Township
the ordinances of Hatfield
and Hatfield Borough,
and Hatfield Borough,
and perform the duties of corporal
and perform the duties
impartially
impartially
and to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
This is my moral obligation,
This is my moral obligation,
my sworn duty,
my sworn duty.
and I pledge to never betray my badge,
And I pledge
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public trust.
or the public trust.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I stay up here since we're getting our picture?
All right, please repeat after me for the oath. I, Kenneth Peck,
I, Kenneth Peck,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
I will support, obey, and defend
I will support
the ordinances of Hatfield Township
the ordinances of Hatfield
and Hatfield Borough,
and Hatfield Borough,
and perform the duties of corporal
and perform the duties of
impartially
impartially
and to the best of my ability. This is my moral obligation,
This is my moral obligation,
my sworn duty,
my sworn duty,
and my pledge
and my pledge
to never betray my badge,
to never betray my badge,
my integrity,
integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public
or
trust.
the public trust.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Actually, both of you step forward with your families. And so as I'm standing here, I'm thinking, okay, how do I congratulate you for fantastic work, right? I mean, other than saying, obviously, you're promoted, so you've done fantastic things for us, and we know that. So this is how I want to thank you and congratulate you. The kids that are standing up here, this is a really big day for Dad. This is also a really big day for Hatfield Township. That means that your dads, for a very long time, have been doing fantastic things. And they're going to continue to do fantastic things. And you should be remarkably proud of them. Tell them that you love them, because they did fantastic. They're going to protect our township, all 18,000 residents, and every day and every night they're looking out for someone else. Most importantly, what I want you to remember is they're making the world a better place, okay? Be very proud of them, congratulate them. We're awfully proud of them, too. Congratulations, guys.
Shocking.
I know.
No, good deal. Thanks. Yeah, sure. The judge earned her pay tonight, so, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Just to give, since Kaylee and Jonathan are new, I'll give you a couple little tidbits about them. John attended Wissahickon Senior High School, and he spent 8 years in the U.S. Air Force working as a military police officer and technical surveillance operator. And he spent the last 5 years as deputy sheriff with the San Diego County Sheriff's Department, where he focused on traffic, DUI, and collision investigations. So we have somebody who came all the way across the country to join Hatfield, so we're glad to have him. Kaylee is graduated from Temple University Police Academy actually just a few days ago. And Kaylee is full of energy. I think anybody could see if they have spotted her for the last few seconds, she's ready to explode with excitement, but that's a good thing. She obtained her bachelor's degree in criminology in 2018 from Cabrini University, and she played volleyball and was the president of the university's Student Government Association. So again, we're glad to have Kaylee and Jonathan here with us. As far as the other guys, you have probably seen them around at some point. They've been around for a few years now. Sean actually started his career with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department, and he served on the warrant team, provided courtroom security, prisoner transport to the courthouse. He was a member of the emergency response team. Am I doing something wrong? And he was a field training officer. And he joined Hatfield in 2007. He is also a field training officer for us. He's a member of the North Penn DUI Task Force, a valued member of the MERT team that I share with him, and he's a member of our community policing unit, which is probably one of the most important units that we have. Ken has served the Hatfield Township Police Department for the last 6 years. He's also a field training officer, and amazingly enough, he's training Kelly. He's a member of the Montgomery County Drug Task Force, North Penn Area DUI Task Force, standard field sobriety instructor, highway safety unit member, motor carrier enforcement officer, and weighmaster. So he's the guy that you see on 309 with the trucks pulled over where everybody's screaming and angry. That would be Ken. And prior to being with Hatfield, Ken worked part-time with the Telford Borough Police Department. The amazing thing about all these guys being here this evening is it's all tied to the retirement of Pat Hanrahan, who's in the back, and I'm forced to mention his name again, and Steve Cameron, who's retiring next month. So Kaylee and John are actually the replacement, the physical replacement for Pat and Steve, and then Sean and, what's your name again? Ken? Sean and Ken are the replacements as supervisors for Steve Cameron and Pat Hanrahan. So these guys are all kind of interlocked as we go. They have big shoes to fill. Between Steve and Pat, there's 56 years of police experience going out the door here. That's a lot. Big shoes to fill all the way around, but I'm confident all four of you can handle it. With Sean and Ken, we see guys who put their heart and soul into their work every day. And with John and Kaylee, we see enthusiasm and a desire to be part of the Hatfield family, as President Ziffel has already stated, and we do have a family here. Lieutenants and myself look forward to them being part of our leadership team, meaning Ken and Sean. And that will give me a green light to yell at them every day, which a couple of them already know that I yell at them a few times a day now. Ken, I won't mention any names. Also, times like this show the commitment of our board has to staying ahead of the curve. We bring people on before the other fellows actually leave. And I think that that's unheard of in police work, around here anyway. We really do a good job. Our board is always looking to keep us ahead, to keep people coming in as people going out the door. And I will commend the board and thank you for that. Thank you to our civil service members. Commissioner Zipfel already said. They guide us through the months of testing and interviewing and the rules that we need to follow, of which there are many. And we somehow navigate that and we come up with some pretty good people along the way. Most of all, thanks to the members of our department. In the back, I think most of them are here, and those people are really the ones that stir the drink. So thank you, guys.
Sure you don't want.
Thanks. We know you're all so anxiously looking to run out the back door. It's okay. Now's the time, right, Chief? Unless we have any other
No, I think we're good.
recognitions.
Saying that with nobody else around, but that's okay.
So thank you to everybody who was a part of this evening. We'll just pause for a couple of minutes for those who are going to step outside. Here? Yeah, I didn't do that. I'll do it yeah.
All right.
Gonna be anybody left? Bob and Tina.
That's what I was trying to tell you. One by yourself.
He's getting used to this.
We have a room over on the other side of this.
Do you want that? Or? It's got to be signed by a witness.
For some reason, he started coming to our meetings.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for coming.
FDIC, the bank, that's good to know.
Hey. Well, how you making out down there?
I've seen It's a Wonderful Life, most banks are.
Oh, no joke. No joke. Good for you.
I'm party now.
How are you?
Good.
Yep. Good. Couple pain in the neck, but overall, pretty good. Now, Jimmy's getting married. It's August. No, it's not married.
It's like the Monday, Tina.
I have no clue. Yeah, they were at the, they were at one of the.
I started tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For the guy you
You're here?
That's why we promoted him.
Down in South Philly, she has a house. in South
Registrations
Philly.
The better question is he all the things he's supposed to do?
I'm a man. Oh.
Ready to graduate from Gwynn and Mercy. She's going to be a nurse
Oh,
as
I
well. Ellen? Take care. Congratulations. See you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Go.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hey. Unreal. Hey.
Do we have another retirement party? Another retirement party? All right.
He hired plenty. That's Ken's nephew. He used to work at Township.
I held my hand.
Heck, the guy just got promoted.
Oh, no way. I was saying, make sure you see my face.
Okay, as the folks are stepping out of the room, we do have one housekeeping item actually related to the ceremonies we just had. We actually have to formalize the motion to approve the promotions. So is there a motion for approval of the promotion of Officer Sean Scanlon to corporal?
So moved.
Motion by everyone on the board.
Hope so.
It is, yes, well, no doubt. And you can let the record reflect that it was a motion by everyone on the board, seconded by the chair. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Second motion, motion for approval of the promotion of Officer Ken Peck to corporal. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by the entire board unanimously, second by the chair. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Okay, we have 3 action items this evening. The first 2 we discussed at our last meeting. It is Resolution 19-04. Is there a motion for approval of that regarding the Naplin 6 Land Development Sterling Business Center?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Rogers, second by Commissioner Andrus. Ken, are you walking us through this?
I'll give you a real quick summary here. 2 weeks ago, we discussed this application, and we had some visuals on the screen to show you where it is. This is a piece of property that sits right at the corner of Sterling Drive and Bethlehem Pike. The proposal is for 212,500 square feet of warehouse space, and since last meeting, the resolution has been prepared. The applicant has agreed to all of the conditions, and we have a signed resolution from the applicant. So at this point, the resolution is ready for the board to take action this evening. Mr. Knappen is here in the audience if there are any questions at all. Otherwise, this is all yours.
Any questions, comments from commissioners or residents? All right, hearing none, then I'll call the question. All in favor of Resolution 19-04, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Thank you for coming out. All right. Next, Resolution 19-05. Is there a motion for approval with regard to the Advanced Living Durstein Run Phase 3 land development?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Thomas.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Andrus. Ken, do you have this one as well?
Yes, and similarly, this application was discussed by the board 2 weeks ago. This is for the 3rd phase of the Durstein Run community on Durstein Road, located behind the other 2 buildings. The first 2 buildings are out closer to Durstein Road. This one is tucked around to the back. And again, similarly to the last application, since last meeting, the resolution has been prepared. It's been executed by the applicant, and it is ready for the board to take action this evening.
All right. Same, any questions or comments from either board members or residents? Hearing none, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of Resolution 19-05, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Last, we have some bid results for some bids that took place since our last meeting. Is there a motion to award the bid results that are listed in your agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus, second by Commissioner Rogers. Those bid results are for diesel fuel, gasoline, heating oil, propane, and pool chemicals. They're listed on the agenda that is on the screen and also in your the hard copy of your agenda. Aaron, I don't think there's anything to anything else to add to that, right?
The only thing to note, Mr. President, is that fuel prices are down compared to last year, thankfully. Our $1.90 per gallon is compared to about $2.20 per gallon last year for gasoline, which is obviously the biggest number up there. So diesel's down as well. The others are on par with 18. So all good news all around.
All right. Any questions or comments from commissioners or residents? If not, I'll call the question. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Okay, any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments on agenda items or otherwise? Ed, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back.
Ed Tarter, Downing Drive, Hatfield. The retention basin behind my home on Downing Drive, it's doing the job that it's supposed to be, that is filtering the water. In that we've had a lot of water in the last 6 months. Get to your normal routine with regards to clearing the basins last September. I'm looking to see what the plan is for this year. We've got all the growth from last year still, and we have a lot of debris trapped in there, leaves, bottles, styrofoam, you name it. Plan, or the township's plan, is for this year to try and deal with this stuff.
Sergeant Tarter, good to see you. We certainly have a plan. We actually talked today with the Public Works Director about buying they're called flotation tires for our tractor to get in.
Hey, step back from the microphone. for a second. There you go. Give it a second.
Not me.
There we go.
Basin gods. So we're going to do everything we can to get in. Last year was just so wet, we weren't able to get our equipment in. We tried in some of the smaller basins, and we had a hard time getting them out. So unfortunately, large basins like yours was not able to get maintained properly. So we are buying equipment that will give us the ability to get into your basin and others similarly sized, like Clemens Basin. So hopefully you'll see the maintenance schedule similar to what we did in 17 and 16 here in 19, regardless of the weather. But we'll make sure prior to that, we'll get out there and clean the debris that you had referenced.
That was what I was going to
We can take care of that this
It's
week.
machinery in there with debris. Debris is going to be scattered and it's not going to rot. It's just
Sure.
going to lay there in smaller pieces.
No problem.
I appreciate whatever you can do to, the township wanted to keep the people's homes and residents and properties downstream cleaner, but it's at the expense of the local people like myself that they're getting it.
Appreciate your feedback.
Thank you.
Take care of it.
Thanks, Ed. Any other questions, comments, citizens' comments? All right. Then I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Thomas, second by Commissioner Andrus. All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.